Okay, so today I'm going to show 3 locations in Nashville, Tennessee for Ordovician fossils, which I believe are about 443 million to 484 million years old. Let's see. Whoa. And I'm going to be using Google Earth for several of my videos because I'm currently in Colorado, but I have a lot of spots all over in Arizona, California, Colorado, Tennessee. These are only spots in Tennessee, but Kentucky, Pennsylvania, Vermont, Ohio. So if you're in Nashville, this first location is in southeast Nashville. My phone is very sensitive for some reason. So if you go to Highway 171, go across the lake, across the bridge, take the first right into the state park of LongHunter State Park. The visitor center is right there, but you just keep going past the visitor center, go up, take your first right. It'll take you to a parking lot, which is right here. Once you park, there's going to be a trail. You can kind of see it right there. You'll go down like a rock wood path, as you can see right there, and it'll bring you out to about right here. And if you walk straight out to the water, there should be some large boulders and stones. Hold on, there we go. So you'll walk straight out right here. In this section right here, you can find some pretty cool old crystallized or agatized coral fossils that are attached to the limestone and boulders on the bottom side against the water. So this is one location, and just so you know, this is really good fishing along this cliff area. But majority of the fossils you'll find will be attached to the limestone, and it is illegal to forcefully remove. You can get a citation, and the only way you're allowed to keep any fossils or stones that you find the only way to do that is if they're loose. And I called the state park and talked to them. That's what they told me, and I'll show you the link to find out that information as well after I show this. So pretty much if you come over here, this is all limestone. This is all exposed in the late fall. I mean, not late fall, into winter and early spring. But late spring, summer, fall, the lake levels are up, so all this would be underwater. So in the limestone here, you can find a couple of fossils. I found some right over here that were really cool, that were attached. And then there was one that was not attached that I'll also show closer to the end of the video. But I'm not sure the actual fossil type yet. They look like straight horn fossils or rugose corals. I'm not sure of the exact name, but they can be found right here in this area. They range between 4 to 6 to 7 inches long, and probably about 1.5 inches or so wide. But this is the only section of the area that I found fossils on. And you probably find some others around the bank, but I'm not fully sure. Or if you were to walk out on this area when it was exposed. But if you have a kayak or a boat and you can get out to some of these islands, I'm pretty sure you can find some pretty sweet fossils along the banks. So that's the first spot. The other spot is over here at Radnor State Park in Brentwood, Antioch. So hold on, zoom out. Brentwood. So there it is. So at Radnor Lake State Park, you can find brachiopods and rugose coral matrix forms around the lake on the trails and just off on the side of the trails. It's a beautiful lake, great to come here in the fall time, great colors. There's 2 parking lots. There's one to the east, which is right here, and there's one to the west. The side to the west is my favorite. There's the parking lot there, but if you come up in here, you can park past the roadblocks, and there's great trails all around. Old historic house here, old dam here. So it's a pretty cool place. And this trail to the north are only for people, no pets allowed. But that's a cool place. And then the last place that I wanted to show you is Percy Warner Park. If you from the Radnor Lake State Park, if you get on Granny White Pike and go south and hit Old Hickory Boulevard and just keep going straight, it'll tee onto the Road 100. But if you take this road right here, it goes the back route into the park. There is right here, the road will kind of like tee, and you're supposed to go right, but that'll take you probably on like a 20-minute drive through the park. In the late evenings, when there's less traffic, I've seen a lot of people turn right, left, which is there'll be a couple signs saying wrong way, but that's the route I always go. And it brings you go down this hill, and you come down this hill right here, and there's this hut right here. And in the hut, this is the most popular place in the park. There's a good size area to hang out. There's with 2 picnic tables and a fire pit, and then a really nice lawn area. There's a creek that runs through here that you can find small golf ball sized geodes. I found a couple through there, and it connects with this other creek creek bed that runs up behind here. Up through here, you can find painted rock agates, very beautiful stones once you clean them up and cut into them. But because they've been sitting in the creek bed for so long, there's moss and algae all on them. I'll show you pictures of those as well. Also, when you come back down this road across the creek, there is a rock path right here where you can find rugose corals that have been crystallized, and find some pretty cool little crystal forms in the rugose coral. So definitely check that area out, and I'm sure you can find some other cool places all around. But the painted rock agates can be found right here in this area, and this is the only area that I've found when out hunting for minerals and fossils and stuff. So those 3 areas. And real quick, I'll show you the rules and regulations about collecting minerals and stones in state parks in the state of Tennessee. You just go to any Tennessee state park website. You'll scroll all the way to the very bottom. You'll want to select policies. You'll scroll down all the way to preservation of public property and natural features, etc. Select that, scroll down just a little bit, and right here it talks about gathering and collecting for personal use. Berries, gathering or collecting of small quantities of pebbles or rocks by hand for personal use is permitted. However, the collection of such objects for the purpose of commercial sale or commercial use is prohibited. By destroying, digging, cutting, removing, possession of trees, shrubs, or other plants, as well as fossils. It doesn't say fossils in there, but trust me, I called and talked to the state park rangers. But they said by removing fossils forcibly from the land, then you can get a citation, and it is prohibited. And if you have any questions, just call the park. The people there in the office, they're very friendly and happy to answer any questions that you have. So, hope you all enjoyed my video. If you have questions, comment down, and I'll try and respond. So this is just one of those fossils from the Ordovician time period that I found there at LongHunter. This is the only video I have because it's packed up right now. But I was cleaning the clay off, but just so you can get an idea of what they look like. And these were sitting on the surface. So this is one of the painted rock agates that I found out there at Percy Warner. You can kind of see some of the color through. But this is what they'll look like when you find them. They don't look like they're that great, but clean them up, they look really nice.